Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. Scott, are you ready for a A-B selection?
Sure.
Okay, wade in the water. Oh, yes. Wade in the water, children. Yes, honey. Scott, what did you think?
That's great.
Big Cat down here loved it. Okay, that was our A-B selection for church today because it is indeed Sunday Funday School. And let me tell you, yesterday was late, and guess what? Today is late too because life is just life and life is just life. But let me tell you what the magical thing is to help you not be cranky because you're sleepy. Scott, what do you think it is?
I don't know.
Naps. NAPS, naps. This video is brought to you by naps. A nap. Sorry, my tea needed more honey. A nap.
All right.
Period. We reject them when we're infants, but we're bringing them back as we get older. Period. Period. Okay, so let me stop wasting time and let's get to our Sunday Funday School. Scott, are you ready? You guys, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I don't know where we're at here. I know we're in we're at the Jesus part, but I don't know exactly where we are. But we are almost done, and let me show y'all.
Almost done.
Yeah, we're almost done.
This is born.
Scott, it goes real quick, dang. But don't you worry. I'm perfect segue. Don't you worry. Because let me tell you, I got my original Bible book. Okay, huh? Okay, we can go real thorough with Jesus this time, Scott, since you don't need it to be done. Since Scott don't understand what's going on. He don't understand the assignment.
Well, he was born, and then last week he was doing something with bread or wine or fish.
His mama needed him to turn that water into wine. Mama Mary said, y'all didn't look. I didn't done so much for y'all. I have done so much for y'all. I didn't gave God a son, okay. I didn't gave Joseph, a wife, whatever. The least y'all could do is take this water and turn it into wine because I ain't even get that much to drink. Period. I feel you, sis. I feel you. Get something out of it.
Okay. Well, let's see what he does this week.
Yeah, let's check on Jesus. Let's check in on Jesus. That's what this is. A Jesus check-in. That's what I'm going to change the title to. This is a Jesus check-in. Period. Let's go. Okay. Victory over unaliving. Because we can't say certain words on YouTube, I don't think, and I'm not going to chance it, y'all. Okay, you ready, Scott?
Okay.
Get ready. Are you ready for a miracle? You gonna say ready as I can be.
Ready as I can be.
Period. Are you ready for a miracle?
Ready as I can be.
Yes. Yay. I'm excited. Okay, here we go. The sound of weeping filled the air. Lazarus was unalived. We just start off real sad.
Yeah.
This is like Up, the movie Up. Like, I don't know if y'all seen it, and I probably say it over and over again because it kind of traumatized me because it was a Disney movie, and I started off crying in the beginning. I was like, oh my God. But, it starts off their kids, they're playing, they're having a good time. Then they get married, and then, they plan on having a kid, but then they can't have kids. So that's like strike one. And then strike two is they plan on like, they idolize this, like, I don't know, this superhero. And so they were like, oh, we're going to go to where he's from because he was somewhere in like Africa or something. So they were like, oh, we're going to just save up our money. But life kept lifing. There was a leak in the roof. The car broke down. Like, every time they saved, they had to put it towards something else. And then, so they never got to go. And then finally they got old and they had enough money to go. And the husband had the tickets and he was trying to take her up that hill so he could surprise her. and she couldn't breathe, and then she ended up in the hospital, and boom, she was unalive. It just went that quick, and it was like 5 minutes. Like they had just told us to turn off our phones.
Well, you gotta pay attention quick. Don't mess around, popcorn, and all that stuff.
No, don't even take a sip of your drink. It went so quick. So I guess it went quick like that in this book. Because boom, there go Lazarus right there. Oof.
Are they gonna tell us who Lazarus is?
When we get to this one, Scott, a little more in depth. This one ain't like that. He could have had all these questions if he had read the Bible when he was a child.
You read the Bible when you were a child.
Yeah.
So who's Lazarus?
Scott, don't worry about it. We're sticking with the program.
Okay.
I'm not telling you, go read the Bible. Why I gotta tell you? Why I gotta do all the work? Why I gotta do all the work? I'm just to whet your appetite.
That's what Jesus wants.
He wants you to read that Bible. So, friends and neighbors, just ignore him at this point. Friends and neighbors gathered to comfort his sisters, Mary and Martha. This house was one of Jesus' favorite places to visit, for he loved Mary and Martha and Lazarus. Oh, these are his homies. When Lazarus became ill, the sisters had sent. Ooh, that's not a proper sentence. The sisters had sent a message to their unalive friend. They knew Jesus could heal their brother, just as he had healed so many other people. Oh, so he out here just healing people. He like, boom, and you're healed, and boom, and you're healed, and boom, and you're healed. Somebody got to do it. Why not Jesus? But 2 days passed, and Jesus never came. Helplessly, Mary and Martha watched as Lazarus grew weaker and weaker and finally unalived. R.I.P. Lazarus.
See you later, buddy.
Well, Jesus is here, and they said Jesus is going to do something. So let's see what Jesus got up in. Let's see what he got up his sleeve. He like, Jesus like, roll up your sleeve. Period. Scott over here staring, but he don't know it's about to get serious.
Mm-hmm.
They wrapped his body in strips of cloth and placed it in a cave that the village used as a tomb. 4 days passed. Martha heard that Jesus and his disciples were close by. She ran to meet them. Oh, Jesus, she sobbed. Wait, I could do better. Oh, wait, let me get this sip because I can do better. You ready, Scott? I'm about to go full Oscar-winning actress mode. You ready?
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Lazarus unalive 4 days ago. If only you could have come to heal him when we sent for you. I just needed a tissue. Oh, and I'm sorry. Wait, before we go any further, I forgot. This video is also sponsored by Naps, definitely, but also Scott's mom for buying us a candle. This is another candle I got. It's called Fantastical Fruit. I love the smell of it. And so, you know how this correlates with the Bible? Put it down in the comments so you can guess.
Yeah, I got something, but I can't say it.
Scott, is it inappropriate for Funday School?
It's just inappropriate for anything.
Okay, we don't want to hear. We can't invite him nowhere, y'all. Okay, so it's like the Garden of Eden, see? And then we got trees here, and we got fantastical fruit hanging off of it. It's the Garden of Eden. It smells like it. Can you smell it, Scott?
I can. It smells like Jesus farted.
He might not be at the next one. So just, if you like him, you better, watch him while you can. Jesus looked at his friend with pity and love in his eyes. Don't weep, Martha. Anyone who believes in me will have life, even if he unalives. Soon, Mary joined her sister and fell at Jesus' feet, weeping. Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have unalived. Gently, Jesus helped Mary up. He like, girl, you doing a lot of crying. Like, girl, I didn't just turn water into wine a few pages ago. You doing a lot. Just show me where he buried. Just show me where he buried. Together, the three friends walked to the cave where they had placed Lazarus' body. The disciples and the neighbors followed. At the sight of the tomb, the sisters began sobbing again. Jesus, too, felt great sorrow, and he cried with Mary and Martha. That's sad. Then he turned to his disciples, moved the stone away from the tomb. He got to do something. He got to take decisive action, Scott.
Okay.
Decisive action, y'all. Jesus said, move that stone, move it, move it, move it. Like it's a car on the side of the road. Move it. But Lord, Mary said, holding the men back, it has already been 4 days. Surely Lazarus' body will smell bad. That is a point. Like, how good is Jesus at bringing somebody back? Like, will Lazarus look like that? Scott, what do you think? It's been 4 days. But I don't know how good Jesus is. We're going to see here. Jesus answered, Martha, I tell you truly, if you have faith, you will see the glory of God. Then Jesus looked to heaven. Father, I thank you that you always hear me. And I thank you that now these people will see and believe that you have sent me. I don't know what Lazarus has to do with Jesus being sent there. Like, they should just believe you. Because it's Jesus. Why you got to do all that to prove that you Jesus, sir? I feel like he shouldn't have to do it. The door to the tomb was open. In a loud voice, Jesus cried, Lazarus. He's like, Lazarus, come out that house, police. No one in the crowd around the tomb moved. Could Jesus really bring an unalive man back to life? Yes. Lazarus stood at the opening of the cave. The grave clothes still wrapped around his body. He was alive. Look, it's a mummy.
Wow.
It's a mummy. He's a mummy. They wrapped him up. He's a mummy. When people heard the news of this great miracle, many believed in Jesus, but the elders of Jerusalem were worried. Jesus was becoming too powerful. Here we go. He must unalive.
Okay.
Sorry, Scott picked some cats up from some bushes, and here we are. Shall we go one more chapter?
We can.
Okay, y'all. Scott said it. The son who came home again. Where did he go? Let's see here.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to.
Could Jesus look? They said Jesus was doing miracles, and the people in Jerusalem were jealous. So let's see. Let's see what they was on. Everywhere that Jesus went, he told stories. Most people enjoyed hearing them, but only a few understood that the stories contained greater lessons about God. Period. He called them parables. Period. Jesus told the disciples they needed an open heart to hear the truth in his stories. A wealthy man had 2 sons. The younger son came to his father and said, I know that someday when you unalive, I will get half of all your money. Okay, girl. You just gonna go to your father like that? Wow. What say you, Scott? That's bold. Yeah, okay, girl. It's okay. Just don't go to him like that. I do not want to wait until then for my share. Oh, he just bold. Okay. Father, give me my half now so I can enjoy spending money while I am still a young man. Okay, all right. Oh, he is Bobo. Sorry, it's hot. So let me take this off. Sorry, y'all. I'm drinking tea and it got hot all of a sudden. So this can't be on. Sorry, I'm out of regs, but for church. The father granted his younger son's request. Why you gonna give? He just gonna do this money bad? It's not gonna go well. Scott, what happens when you give young people money? And I'm not saying all, but
They go through it,
mm-hmm.
and it's not gonna have any left, and it's probably gonna be on alive, and it's gonna want more. I bet.
Sir, I don't see. I'm sorry, it's more honey, y'all. I don't see this going well. I don't see this being. I don't think this the move right here. The son packed up. Oh, the father granted his younger son's request. The son packed up all his belongings and moved to another country far away from his home. He lived an exciting life. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Giving parties for his new friends, wearing fine clothes and buying anything he wanted. Oh, he partied. He balling. This goes to show y'all that everything that's done ain't nothing new under the sun. I think it say that in the Bible ain't nothing new under the sun. But before long, every bit of the money that his father had given him was gone. Who would have thought? Who would have guessed? Soon afterward, a time of very dry weather came to the country where the younger son lived. Weeks went by and no rain fell. See, because back then they were very agricultural. Okay, honey, they lived by the land and unalive by the land. So if there was no rain, they was SOL. So he didn't squander off all his money. Okay, he didn't gave up all the money trying to get the honey. I'm a rapper, and now he SOL. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. People who had food kept it for themselves. They would not sell it except for a very high price. The younger son had no money to buy food, and his new friends left him. Yeah, because you ain't got no money. He was hungry, so he looked for work. The only job he found was feeding pigs for a farmer. It was hot, messy work. Not at all what the son enjoyed doing. Sir, you just enjoy spending money. That's the only thing we didn't see you enjoy this whole time. But he was so hungry, he was willing to eat the scraps of food that the farmer put out for the pigs. No one gave him anything. Your dad had gave you that money. After several nights of going to bed on an empty stomach, the son thought to himself, I have been very foolish to spend all of my money having fun. I am here almost unalive with hunger, while the servants at my father's house have plenty to eat. I will now go home to my father and ask to be a servant. Period. You better go grovel, honey. What you shaking your head for, Scott?
No, I'm just shaking.
Why? What is this ain't teaching you nothing? What you learning?
We'll see.
Okay, now. So that is what happened. The son returned to his own country. While he was still a long way from his father's house, his father saw him and ran to greet him. As his father hugged and kissed him, the son said, Father, I am not good enough to be treated like this. I was wrong to spend all your money. Let me be your servant. But the father would not listen. He called to his servants, Hurry, bring the finest robes in the house and the jeweled rings and sandals. My son is alive and has come home again. Prepare a feast so that we can celebrate while all them other people are out there hungry. But we got money over here. The older son was out working the fields when sounds of dancing reached his ears. What is happening? He asked one of the workers. The worker told him that his younger brother had come home and their father was celebrating. The older son grew angry when he heard this. We got another jealous Cain and Abel possible situation here. Mm-hmm. These people would just be getting jealous of each other. It's crazy. And would not go to the house to see his brother. His father walked out to the field and begged him to come, but still the older son refused. Father, I have worked hard for you many years. I have always done whatever you asked me. Not once did you give me a feast in my honor. Child, some people parents be like that. They coddle the ones who are, kind of broken, but keep the ones who do everything working, child. It be like that sometimes. My brother runs off and spends your money on wild parties and fancy clothes. Then he comes home and you celebrate. Okay, sir, you clearly got some favorites here. Clearly. Son, the father sighed. I am glad that you have always been here with me. Everything I have is yours. But we have to celebrate today because your brother was lost to us and now he is found. He was unalive. No, he wasn't. Lazarus was.
Luckily, he was friends with Jesus.
Period. But Lazarus was unalive. This man was very much so alive, spending up all that money. You can't be unalive and spending money. Lazarus didn't spend up all the money when he, hit the tomb. Jesus told the stories to show his followers how God wants us to come to him, no matter what we have done. Like the father in this story, God is happy to welcome back a son who has made a mistake. Jesus also wanted us to see that sometimes good people act like the older brother. They should celebrate when a person like the younger son turns away from his wrongdoing. Period. I don't even think we need a lesson learned because Jesus just taught the lesson. What you guys got?
I guess so.
Did you have any lessons that you learned from that story, from either one of them stories?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good to be friends with Jesus.
You thinking Jesus giving special favors out, Scott?
Well, it sounds like it. Why does he just, didn't save any of our friends and families?
He does all the time, Scott. He saves through salvation.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, welcome, Lazarus. Salvation wasn't good enough for Lazarus.
We just gonna stop. Like, I don't even know how we gonna get through this one. I don't even know because he just got all these crazy questions. Like, we just gonna doubt Jesus. That's crazy. That's crazy, Scott. That's real crazy. So, okay, do you have any other lessons learned besides that one?
I'll stick with that one.
Okay. My lesson learned is Jesus saves. And also, what Jesus said with the two brothers. God gonna take you back. I mean, don't get too crazy. I don't think you should get too crazy, but God gonna take you back. And sometimes those people that have always been doing the work sometimes might hate on you. It's all good. It's all gravy, baby. What you got, Scott?
Jesus saves, I spend.
Just like the younger brother, he was spending, period. He got the money and the honey. Okay, so I'm going to have to take you guys out of the Garden of Eden, the fantastical fruits of Eden. I'm going to have to bring you back to life, honey, back to reality, back to the here and now. Okay, so from wherever we are to wherever you are, peace, love, and happiness. Enjoy what's left of your weekend if you do get weekends. Thank you guys for hanging out. Comment if you would like to. And, we'll see you guys later. You guys have a good night. Do you have anything, Scott?
I don't.
Bye, y'all.